Hi, so it's day 2 of my challenge, and this challenge has been set by Juliet of Spoilt Rotten Beads, and it's all about fabulous mushroom beads. So in day 1 I made a beautiful bracelet for you using round braid. Day 2 we're going to do something different. We're going to use my own patented product, the Prumihimo disc. We're going to make a really beautiful bracelet which is light and delicate and a real contrast to what I made for you yesterday. So I hope you're following me on Facebook so you know what's going on with all of this, and I hope you're enjoying the challenge. So with no further ado, let's get on and see how this bracelet is made. So if we look in more detail at these bracelets, we can see that there's plain braiding and then a cluster of beads, plain braiding and a cluster of beads. And what I'm going to show you is the setup for this braid, because once you've got the setup correct and know the spacing, you will be able to achieve this effect. So we're going to use the Prumihimo disc, and the quantities you need are, you're going to have 4 cords of 1mm satin cord, and they need to be, each of them needs to be 60 centimeters long, and that's about 24 inches. And you need 4 cords measuring 70 centimeters, which is 28 inches, of your thinner cord, which is Eslon 0.5 millimeters Tex 210. So you're going to set up your disc with the cords in the way you're familiar with the thick cords, top and bottom at number 1 and number 2, and the thinner cords, top and bottom at number 3 and number 4. I've got full videos on how to braid with this disc and how to braid with beads, so if you're unfamiliar, please check on those first. Now, the setup for the beads is you're going to have beads on all of your cords. You're going to have the same setup on each cord. You're going to have 7 mushroom beads on each cord. So that means you need 4 cords, 4 sevens, which is 28 beads in total. And what I've done is I've done graduating colours. So you can do this however you want to. You could have them all the same colour if you wanted to. But if you do graduating colours as I have, you need the same sequence on each cord. And basically it's exactly what you're familiar with, but in one sequence you do certain moves, in the next sequence you do different moves. So let me explain that. So you carry out your moves at number 1, as usual, your 3 moves, and your moves at number 2. Then in the first sequence of moves, at number 3, you drop in a bead from the top, but not the bottom. And then at number 4, you drop in a bead from the top and the bottom. So that's the first sequence of moves. Now, in the second sequence of moves, I carry out my moves at number 1 and number 2. And then I just drop in a bead from the top at number 3. And this will give me my little cluster of beads, 4 beads altogether in those 2 sequences. Now I finish off my moves at number 4, and then I need to do 5 complete sequences of moves without any beads at all, and that will give me the gap. Then I repeat the moves. So in the next sequence of moves, I drop in a bead from the top at number 3 and the top and bottom at number 4, and in the following sequence of moves I just add in a bead from the top at number 3. And you'll find that the way you've loaded the beads will guide you. The colours should all tie up in little clusters. And you simply continue like that, and you finish off your bracelet using either the glued method or the wired method, whatever you prefer, and I've got videos to cover that. Well, I hope that was fun for you, and I hope you agree that was a very pretty bracelet, and you can make it in all different colours to create some really, really lovely effects. So that was day 2. What have I got for you for day 3? You'll have to wait and see. So until tomorrow, goodbye.